An orb, you say?
Avalana, the room to the south, as you follow the steady flow of lava down to the center of the chamber, opens to a medium-sized alcove with two rooms flanking the northern chambers, or northern corners of the chamber. At the end of the room, two pillars flank a giant black onyx statue of a dragon, its mouth open, pouring lava into the center the channel that pours down the center of the room. Below the statue, a boiling pit of lava, which begins to pour out some of the lava into the room itself as well, joining with the lava flowing from the mouth of the dragon. To the west and the east, there are two almost identical chambers filled with gold, silver, and other gemstones. As you begin to approach, you hear voices coming from these chambers. Xudrioth, we have visitors, and it's not the master. And then from your east, you hear, if not the master, who disturbs our slumber, Xazzoss? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna try to sneak away.
Run!
Okay, I'm gonna stay there, and I'm gonna just I'm gonna be like, I am a bard.
As you say that, you begin to hear the footsteps from both sides, kind of echoing through the chamber. You hear footsteps as they step across the treasures of the rooms themselves. And as they begin to approach, you notice from within the chambers, two red dragon wormlings approach, one on each side, slowly surrounding you. Give me a perception check. Okay. As you look over these wormlings, kind of looking in each direction, you notice something very odd about them. They seem almost docile. Around their necks, a very large, almost choking collar attached to chains in the back of the chambers. As they walk forward, they kind of look to the ground, their heads really low, and then kind of peer up at you. The one to the left quickly speaks up and says, "Who are you? Why have you come? If the master sees you, he will kill you and punish us." The one to the east quickly responds and says, "The master has no patience for mortals or outsiders. You must leave at once."
My name's Avalana. Are you guys okay?
As you kind of say this, the one to the left quickly speaks up and says, "The master killed our mother and stole us from her den. We know little of his plans. We want to... He doesn't want to eradicate us, only force us to listen and obey his command."
Do you want me to free you?
The one to the right kind of nods and says, "Free us so that we can return to our rightful homes. We are but children in the eyes of our kin. Break our chains, release us from our bondage. Show us your kindness and allow us to repay you the favor."
Where's your home?
The one to the right once again speaks up and says, in a faraway land far from this wretched place.
If I release you, you'll leave and go home to your far, far away place.
The one to the left pipes up and says, yes, giants hate dragons, and dragons hate giants. My brother and I wish not to be subjected to the Master's punishment. The Master wishes to make us obey and follow his lead. And then the one to the east pipes up and says, but brother and I, we wish for our freedom. Nothing more, nothing less.
I want to free you, but I'm worried that if I free you, you'll kill me.
As you say that, the one to the left, again, keeping his head kind of low, and says, does it appear that we are in a position to try to kill you?
Can I insight check them to make sure that they're telling me that they'll actually leave and they won't attack me and stuff?
You certainly can. Yeah, with that insight, as you kind of look, you can tell they 100% do not want to be here. They want to get out of here as quickly as possible. But you kind of gleam a bit of mistruth in what they're saying. Not all of which they say is 100% accurate. And as you rightfully kind of look over these two wormlings, you know these are red dragons after all, and they're probably not going to be 100% truthful about everything.
I really, really want to help you. You guys have no idea how badly I want to help you because I've been having really bad times lately. But I know that you guys aren't telling me the full truth. And I can't help you unless you tell me the full truth.
The one to the west quickly speaks up and says, what more does the mortal want from us? Haven't we told you enough?
I feel like you're not telling the truth about leaving and keep leaving. Are you going to leave and leave this island safe? Are you going to leave my friends alone? That kind of stuff.
The one to the east quickly speaks up and says, we will leave this island as quickly as possible. What more do you want from us? We are chained rodents in this chamber to a giant. We don't wish to be here.
How long would this be going on? Would by chance would the rest of us maybe join?
So as you guys are kind of looking over this portal and you're not really making a move on it, it's kind of freaking you out a little bit.
I've decided to unlock them, so I'm going to go to the left one and I'm going to try to pick its lock.
Okay, and as she begins walking away is about the time that you guys start hearing the voices echo through the chambers.
In that case, I would at some point be like, maybe check that a little bit for us. Should probably go and make sure Avalana's alright.
Alright. I guess I will. Oh. Cedric, you coming?
So yeah,
Yes.
Avalana, as you move over and begin to pick the lock, you quickly reach up and you notice that the lock around the neck of this wormling comes free, and he kind of stretches a bit and kind of relaxes, and almost a grin upon his face.
Avalana, what are you doing?
I'm freeing some babies.
But I see the red dragon where the worm is at me to draw my sword.
So will I.
Don't hurt them.
I don't really have a weapon, so I just... Can I get my hands ready? I don't know.
As everybody kind of prepares, the wormling to the right begins to back away. The one to the left, thankful that Avalana has freed it, quickly shouts out and says, "Free at last! The master is our master no more."
Oh, hearing that, I put my hands down. Like, oh, so you don't like him either?
Evelina, what are you doing in the world?
I'm freeing some slave babies.
they're red dragons.
What he said.
They can't help how they were born.
Not exactly. That's not the point at all. I look at the one that's just free, and it's like,
They said they're gonna go home, which is far, far from here.
As you kind of
fine.
look, as you kind of look over to the one to the left, you notice it remains with its head almost on the ground, kind of peering up with its eyes in Avalana's position, almost in a bowing formation.
Well, they don't seem to be attacking us as of this moment. So for now, I'll trust your word, Alon.
Where do you call home, wormlings?
What did you ask? I'm sorry.
Asking where they call home.
Far, far away from here. The one to the east begins to speak up, kind of echoing through the chambers, and says, "We are far northeast of the Sword Coast. Our family, we don't know much of them. Just what the master tells us."
But you're from Faerun.
Yes, Faerun.
Let's check this.
I'm gonna walk towards the one that's still chained up.
I'm gonna use my inspiration if it's still available.
Okay. As you kind of insight check the one to the east, and him saying that he is from Faerun, you could tell he's almost uncertain. He says this believing it himself, but he doesn't know a lot about it. He almost as if he wasn't old enough, or possibly wasn't born at the time, to know where he is exactly from.
What are your parents' names?
The one to the left kind of speaks up and says, "That we do not know."
The Fire King killed their mother.
The one to the east speaks up and says, yes. The Fire King stole us from our mother's clutch.
And you've been here ever since?
Yes, born and raised in the sweltering heat of the Iron Mountain.
Well,
Guys, my figure is that they have not done anything wrong in their lives at this point, so why not let them go home and make their own choices? They may do bad things there, and then they'll have to, deal with those consequences, but at the moment they haven't done anything wrong, and I don't see how it would be fair to kill a creature who hasn't done anything wrong.
oh, I wasn't suggesting we kill them.
Or leave them chained up.
The one to the left says, "Yes, the master wished not to eradicate us. Just force us to obey his command. We wish not to obey his command."
Okay.
Based on Rythus was a red dragon, yes.
What's that?
Rythus was a red dragon, yes.
No, he was not.
Oh.
Rythus was a blue dragon.
Oh. Was Crinus a red dragon?
Crinus was a red dragon.
Would I know if Crinus was a female based on like all the lore I've read?
No,
Or
Crinus
information?
was a male red dragon, and that was like 2,000 years ago.
Well, I mean, dragons do live for a very long time.
They do.
All right. I look at the dragon on the right, and I go, walk towards me and present your chains.
And as you say so, he quickly walks forward, or kind of shuffles forward, and lowers his neck down, exposing the almost choking ring around his neck that's attached to the chains that lead to the back of the chamber.
I tell the dragon, I don't know what it's like to be chained up for years, but I do know what it's like to be cut off from the rest of the world. I had spent most of my life myself in a school, and I haven't gained that much experience. So you have my sympathy, and I believe that whatever choices you should make should be your own, and being forced to stay here is something that is not right, in my opinion. So for that, I free you, and then I try to unshackle him.
Okay.
While this is going on, I talked to Cedric. Do you think it's wise we even let these things live, let alone go free?
I don't trust it.
Yeah, me particularly neither.
So if you wish to free the other one, you need to give me a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, Valana, can I have an inspiration die for this check?
Or you can aid him and give him advantage in the roll.
Yeah,
Since
I'll
you are
aid
now
him.
familiar with the other one.
Yeah, I'll give him instructions on how to do it.
All right.
There you go.
I don't think chaotic would be necessarily justified.
So yeah, as you reach down and begin to pick the lock, Avalana kind of guiding you along the way, showing you exactly what tumblers to push over and in what sections. You hear a click of the chain or the choker, and it quickly releases and falls to the ground. Similar to the other one, he kind of rears back a little bit, stretching, feeling a little better, and says, "And now, for us to repay you for your kindness, you shall become our dinner, so your corpse is not gone to waste."
Well, of course.
And then the one to the left
Knew
says,
it.
"Really, you should be thanking us." And
I
that's
would've-
how we're going to end our session.
Ah,
Right,
of course.